5280 Sports Network, good morning. It is your Morning Minute on a Monday. Welcome back from the holiday week. I'm doing my best with the voice because I spent 4 hours last night in the cold screaming at Gary Kubiak. Where do you want to start, Shawn? Where do we want to start?
Okay, how about this? I'll start positively. The Broncos, I think, found their quarterback. This was a terrific performance by Trevor Siemian, even in the loss. Had no protection whatsoever all night, managed to still keep his head about him, keep his wits about him, deal with hit after hit after hit, and keep the Broncos in a game that, yes, they eventually lost, but without his performance, 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, while taking 5 sacks and, I don't know, at least 24 hits. Yeah. Phenomenal performance by him, and really the reason they even stayed in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. As for those that are criticizing Gary Kubiak kicking the 62-yard field goal, shut up. It was absolutely the right call to be able to do. I like the fact that he was playing for a win. Let's all remember that we spent years criticizing John Fox for not doing that. Okay, Gary Kubiak did what he was supposed to do. Now, the problem we have is the other 76 plays that were run. A lot of those left you scratching your head, including the 2 plays that led up to that field goal attempt in overtime, where Brandon McManus admitted that he hit the ground first. You're passing the ball. You're passing the ball on second down. You're passing the ball on third down. If you knew for a fact you were going to go for that field goal, you needed to be running the ball so that you took as much time off the clock as possible. Let's make it a win, lose, or draw moment right there, not leaving time on the clock and an opportunity for Kansas City to move down the field. You knew your defense was struggling because they gave up a 75-yard drive with 3 minutes to go and then a 2-point conversion that caused you the problem. So for the fans that are criticizing the 62-yard field goal attempt, look in the mirror and remember that you were probably someone that was criticizing John Fox for not doing that, okay? So let's get that out of the way and recognize that some of the play calling, I think, was suspect that led up to that. And I also believe, and they owned up to it in the locker room, and I appreciate that, this defense let that team down on that 75-yard drive.
3 consecutive scoring drives to end the game for Kansas City in overtime and in the fourth quarter. That's not what Denver's defense was built to do. And for most of the game, they actually had Kansas City's offense more or less under control. Then they went to kind of a prevent defense late. That seemed like a questionable decision by Wade Phillips and company, and they allowed the Chiefs to finally get close enough. And then, you can get a little bit lucky. That's exactly what they did when they hit Tyreek Hill right at this time expired. Take that to overtime. So this is there's a lot of soul searching. The special teams was not good yesterday. Gave up a punt return. There were a couple bad punts. Jordan Norwood fumbled an absolutely critical punt away and muffed another one, made the Broncos start within their own 5. After the bye, you really hoped the Broncos would have an opportunity to be better. They were terrible on the offensive line. Tyson Bryler started immediately, basically had to be replaced after looking like a traffic cone out there. The Broncos have a lot of soul searching to do this week before they face a surprisingly dangerous Titans team next Sunday.
Yeah, they've got a couple they've got to deal with. Obviously, the Jags on the road first, but the Titans game that is waiting.
Jaguars,
5 games. Yeah, 5 games remain.
True, they need that one.
Probably needing to win 4 out of the remaining 5 with the way things are going. So we'll see what overall happens throughout the AFC West. You've also got to keep an eye on teams like Buffalo and teams like Miami that continue to play well and cause ripples when it comes to the wild card race as it exists within the AFC. Because we're coming out of the holiday week, a quick shout out and a congratulations to CU for making it to the Pac-12 championship game and the matchup that they will get against Washington. Congratulations to them. The Nuggets played a good game yesterday as well. We'll get into all of that, but right now, obviously, the reaction that's taking place in town. It's all about what happened with the Chiefs game last night and 5 quarters of football. We'll have more for you tomorrow morning. Mile High Sports Radio, 7 a.m. We're with you every single weekday morning. And, of course, all the videos, the blogs, the podcasts, everything at 5280sportsnetwork.com and at milehighsports.com. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving with your friends and family. We'll be back with you tomorrow, another Morning Minute, and, of course, everything going on the radio show and on the .com. For Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.